Hello, my little pearls. My name is Joe. Welcome or welcome back to the channel of Delusional Theories. This video is going to be delusional theory galore. We're going to talk about all the fuck-ass relationships, dynamics, and all that stuff in this series. We're going to talk about who the hell is going to be pregnant next season, because bet you someone is going to be pregnant. We're going to talk about murder, revenge, maybe not murder, but revenge, and we are going to talk about what I think will be the cliffhanger for this season. I'm pretty sure I know what it's going to be, and it's going to be so much fun. First of all, Nan, Lizzy, and Theo. This is for sure going to be the focus of the finale. I mean, I think the title of the episode is She Knows, and I'm pretty sure we all know that what she knows is that Nan knows that Lizzy and Theo have been doing the nasty behind her back. But I mean, is it behind her back? Because she did tell Lizzy that she was no longer interested in Theo, and she had absolutely zero hopes of ever being interested in Theo again. So this is what I think is going to happen. I told you in my previous review as well. No way in hell Nan is going to be mad about this with Lizzy. She's probably going to have like a serious adult conversation with her about this, and is going to be like, do you want to tell me something, girl? Do you know the corners of my house better than I do? Have you cleaned the sheets? Like, should I take a light and see what evidence you left behind? Because this is definitely the 21st century. She's gonna confront her for sure, but it's not gonna mess their relationship, because there's no way in hell Nan can be mad about this with Lizzy. No way in hell. I mean, Nan did it. Nan did it to Theo on their wedding night, like on the previous night before their wedding. There's no way Nan can be mad about it. She is in love with Guy. I think Nan and Guy are supposed to be endgame anyway. So I think they're making this whole drama with Nan finding out the earring and all of that just to, you know, to hype us up. But it's not really going to be a big issue. I think it's going to be resolved pretty early on. They're going to have a masquerade ball of some sort. Do you know what I think would be really cool for drama purposes is during the masquerade ball, because they're all in different masks, Theo and Lizzy get away with getting away together, and then Nan finds them and confronts them about it, and it's like, I don't care. I want to be with Guy. If you want to be together, whatever. I don't care, but I need to know. We need to be in the know of everything so we can manage this thing. So they're going to resolve it nicely, very, very nicely. But then there's going to be a cliffhanger. And I think the cliffhanger is obviously going to be the announcement of someone's pregnancy. And there's 3 people that can get pregnant. Nan can be pregnant with Guy's child. Paloma can be pregnant with Guy's child because Guy gets around. And Lizzy can be pregnant with Theo's child. Now, if Nan is pregnant with Guy's child, it's kind of like, because even if the baby turns out not to come out white, it's going to be a scandal for like 9 months in the future. So I feel like if she gets pregnant, it would be celebrated in the kingdom, not like looked at with side eyes. So I don't think that would be a big scandal, and I don't think that would be like a decent enough cliffhanger. Even if they don't want to reveal to the public that she's pregnant, they can just hide her away for a few months, and then she has the baby in secret and no one has to know. If Paloma gets pregnant, it would be kind of a scandal, but they're married. So it's gonna be like they eloped because they fell in love with each other, and scandal for a week, and then everything goes quiet, so it's gonna be fine. If Lizzy gets pregnant, that's the scandal. That's the scandal because she's not married. And for all we know, she didn't do anything with Hector because they hadn't married. And Hector is an MP, he's a honorable man. So that's going to be the scandal, because the scandal is going to be, who got her pregnant? Who did it? And then every single person at those events where Lizzy was together with Theo, where they were seen talking and interacting and whatever, every single person is going to be like, oh, we know. Oh, we've seen it. We know. Because those people aren't blind. Those people that are like royals and lords and whatever, the biggest gossips on the planet they will know immediately who did it. So I think that's going to be the big cliffhanger, and that has to be like a main conflict for next season, because in season 1, the two big cliffhangers was the fact that Nan wanted Guy and the fact that Lizzy was escaping James. And this is what we've been seeing for the majority of the season. So we have to leave this season with conflicts that will carry on to next season and be like a big part of the season. A baby will last a long time. A baby will last a long time. So I think that's going to be the cliffhanger. Lizzie's going to be pregnant. And I mean, I'm sure they've been careful, but come on. And talking about this, we also have to address the issue of Lizzy, Nan, and Hector. Because Hector was helping Nan a lot with the bill because of Lizzy. Because he was going to marry Lizzy, so he wanted to make nice with the Duchess and also to have the Duchess support in Parliament. But now that the engagement broke, and the bill has been mentioned after the engagement broke because Hector was still committed to working on the bill. However, Nan... Will she still be committed to working on the bill? Because now, technically, Jinny doesn't need it. Because the dude is in prison. Well, actually, I don't think he'll remain quiet. I think James is going to come back in next season in some way because that man is a monster. So I think he will come back. But I don't think that Nan is going to need Hector anymore. And I think that Nan might neglect her responsibilities to that bill, and with Nan neglecting it, with Lizzy gone, Hector is gonna have like no motivation to push it forward, and I think the bill might suffer. To be honest, I think Hector, because this is what I've been saying, like Hector appears so nice, right? He appears so respectful and whatever, but he's a guy. He's a guy. And remember that when the marriage fell, he wasn't really like sad about losing Lizzy. He was humiliated because his like fiance left him on the day of the wedding. He was humiliated because he felt like his position in the parliament would be more easily questionable because now he's not going to be a family man. He felt humiliated more than he felt grief for the loss of that person that he was supposed to love. So I think Hector absolutely has the potential to seek revenge on Lizzy, maybe even on Nan, maybe on the women of the country, because he's a guy. So we expect everything from a guy. But you know what could fix it? Like, I shit you not, if they pull this plotline, I'm gonna be giggling so much. Do you know what could fix it? Is if Lizzy does get pregnant. And we find that out at the end of this season. And her plan will be to get back together with Hector, marry the next day, consummate, and then be officially pregnant. You know? I feel like that's the only way they could resolve this. The only way they could resolve the issue of Lizzy being pregnant is by her marrying Hector. Either that or hiding her away somewhere. Like with the funds of the Duke and the Duchess, with their funds, hiding her away to have a secret baby. But that's not the life that she wants. She doesn't want that life. So I don't know. I feel like she would rather go back to Hector and marry him and call the child his and fix the whole thing with the bill like that as well, than hide away to have a secret baby. Another plot line that involves Nan is Nan, Guy, and Paloma. They're not married. Come on. That has to be one of those things where it's not real. I feel like this is going to be another major conflict that will carry on to next season. I feel like we will see scenes of Paloma starting to live with Guy and adjusting to life in London, and it's going to be a big thing with them eventually finding out that they are not married, that there is no marriage and whatever, and then it's going to be a way to prolong this drama between Nan and Guy just one more season before they can finally happily be together in secret in some castle hiding away somewhere. I feel like that's where they're going, because I mean, They have to, the whole thing of the show is Nan and Guy, right? They have to prolong it as much as they can to have more seasons. So Paloma is the perfect way to prolong it. It just is. Okay, it just is. So she's gonna bring some papers to verify the marriage, and then it's gonna take them a while to verify if the papers are real. Maybe when they go back to that little town in Italy, the people who are supposed to verify the papers just lie for Paloma or something. Like, I said this before, I don't want to vilify her, but I feel like, yeah. The other possibility is that the marriage is real. The marriage is real, and now she is his wife, and because there are no divorces, this is going to be another character on the show. But because Paloma and Guy don't actually love each other, I actually think this would be a pretty neat setup, because then Theo and Nan would be set, and Guy and Paloma would be set, and they could have their secret relationships with one another. Like, this is a lot more fun. For the viewer experience, not for the participants. For the participants is shit. But for the viewer experience, it's a lot more fun to have secret relationships. And maybe like there's gossip among the people. And there's like one person who witnesses something suspicious. And then there are rumors floating around. That's fun, right? For us. That's fun for us. Then Guy, Paloma, Jinny, and Jinny's mom. I think it's pretty obvious that Guy is assuming father duties with Freddy. I think it's pretty obvious that Jinny and Guy are going to raise the baby together because they have been raising the baby together, and for a long time they thought they would raise the baby together. And I mean, Paloma was even with them in Italy, so she wouldn't even be a stranger to either Jinny or Freddy. So it's kind of a nice situation. And I think that's going to continue. Like, I think it's going to be part of the drama. It's going to be part of the mess for next season. Is going to be Paloma as Guy's wife having a problem, having an issue with Guy being the father to this baby that is not his, and all the shenanigans that can come with it. So I think that will definitely be part of the plot, and it will be, from my point of view, a boring ass part of the plot. Get away with Paloma. Like, she can stay as a friend. As a friend. Otherwise, I don't want her there. And I also think that Jinny's mom and Nan's mom is going to go to England. I mean, she's divorced. Her sister is married and being well taken care of. What does she have to stay in New York anymore? You know, I feel like even the fact that Freddy does not have a father technically, because Guy, whatever, I think it would be like foolish of her to remain in New York when she could go to London and just be a grandmother. I mean, Jinny could probably use the help, Conchita could probably use the help, and she will be closer to Nan and to Jinny, and I don't know, to me it just makes sense. And also, I don't know about you guys, and I don't know about the fandom in general, but I love Nan's mom. Nan's mom is so much fun, and I feel like if they put her in the plot, she could be the sassiest bitch of them all. Like, whenever there's drama or stuff going on, she'll just have the perfect thing to say about it. And I would love to see Nan's mom and Theo's mom together in these functions and events and parties together, just judging everyone, just walking around with a chalice in their hands, being like, oh, I see a little bump in a person who is not married. Oh, are they? Those seem a little too intimate for their official relation. I would love to see this. I would see a sideshow of just these two people, plus the guy that Theo's mom is with now, just walking around parties judging everyone for their secrets and mistakes. Do y'all remember that one episode where Blair was destroying her life because she got projected from Yale, so she was just throwing everything down the drain, and she went to a party and just confronted everyone with their secrets? That was so much fun. Please bring Dan's mom to London and make her do that. Please. And since we're talking about Jinny and Freddy and Guy and all that shenanigans, what's gonna happen to James? Listen, I've said before, and I'll say it again, they did the cycle of abuse really well in this show. They portrayed the abuser really, really well in this show. And I feel like if they continue to portray him really well, he's not gonna give up. He's not gonna give up. He's not gonna give up. I can totally see a scene in a future season, maybe next season, of Jinny going to visit him in prison. Like, I know from a point of view of someone who's watching from this side of the screen, oftentimes from outside of these relationships, it seems completely ridiculous. Like, that it seems like people should have more respect for themselves and whatever. But this happens a lot. Like, this happens. It happens. And I would hate it, but I feel like James is too, like, distinct of a character to throw away. He is the only character in this show that is somewhat menacing. Like, what other character strikes fear in your heart just by being mentioned or by being there for like 2 seconds? You know, they built a great menacing character, and I feel like they won't throw him away. I don't know what they're going to try to do with him, but there's no way in hell he's not gonna be in the next season. Because manipulators never give up. They never give up. So he's going to have some form of fake redemption arc, and eventually gonna get a visitation from Jenny and Freddy or something like that. Like, bet on it. Now, as for Jinny and Conchita, love their friendship. I hope we see a lot of it next season. And also because Conchita now is going to have to run the business on her own. So if Jinny is there, if Nan's mom is there to help, I mean, this is a matchmaking business. Nan's mom absolutely should be there to help her. Like, I think Nan's mom would be the perfect partner, because now that she got the divorce, she has like the power of feminism to be like, girls, we're going to help find your Prince Charming, but it has to be a Prince Charming. You're marrying absolutely no toads, and I will guarantee it. Like, Nan's mom would be the perfect person to guarantee that. So I really hope their friendship, Jinny and Conchita's friendship, blooms, and that Nan's mom is there to be like a parental figure to all of them in the way. And the thing that I want the most for this goddamn business, and I've been saying this for so many episodes, and if they don't do this, I will be so upset, because this is a matchmaking business coming for probably the most progressive people in this show, in this era, in this world. They're incredibly progressive. They don't care if a woman kisses a woman, if a man kisses a man. They don't care if they have to be single mothers. They don't go down with abusive husbands. Like, they're incredibly progressive people. Come on, the opportunity is right there. A matchmaking service, specifically towards the LGBT community. I mean, they could have branches, you know, very many branches. And one of the branches could be for the LGBT community to arrange marriages in a way that like gay and lesbian couples can still be together and be in a marriage that is recognized by society and respected by society, so that they can be safe in a marriage while being in a relationship with the person they love. Come on. If they don't tap into this, if they don't do this for next season, what a goddamn waste. And they have the idea right there with Mabel and Honoria. I mean, Honoria is going to go to France now for a while, and I'm sure we're going to see scenes of her in France and whatever, and then returning, realizing that she truly wants to be with Mabel and that she doesn't want anyone else. Come on! If that matchmaking service does not take the opportunity of finding husbands for these 2 hopeless lesbians to make sure they are in a safe home and are still able to love each other, waste. If that matchmaking business does not tap into this, waste. What a goddamn waste. I got too riled up right there. Okay. Actually, I don't have anything else to say. These are my predictions for the finale and potentially the next season. I will be right about something. The way that I share so many delusional theories that at some point I'm right about something is so funny. To me, if to no one else. But anyway, you guys, this is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the episode in a couple of days. And yeah, I mean, I will see you then. I will be here reviewing it. I'll be here judging all these people and having a lot of fun doing it. So I guess I'll see you then. Bye.